Welcome back to the Navigating the Future with Generative AI series. Today, I want to talk about something that is becoming undeniable. From now on, for any country to thrive, and I mean really sustain itself over the next 100 years, it must create what I call a sovereign AI capacity stack. If you're still looking at project level ROI for AI, your view is too little, and frankly, it's too narrow. Because this conversation is no longer just about productivity, it's about strategic autonomy. It is about owning the critical dependencies of intelligence, owning software generation, and owning the very automation that moves the physical world. So, what does that look like in practice? Here is the strategic framework for this new reality. It works as one integrated system. The foundation of it all is the first component, the AI factory. We have to realize it is not enough to simply access foreign intelligence. A nation must possess the internal capacity to establish its own AI models. Now, this means either training models entirely from sovereign data collections or fine-tuning existing foundation models. But the critical objective here is cultural and value alignment. We must ensure, by design, that the AI guarantees the continuity of the sovereign nation. These models need to reflect the nation's actual DNA, not just an imported worldview. Building on that foundation, we move to the second component, the software factory. Powered by that AI factory we just discussed, this is arguably the most essential piece. Yes, it ensures scalability and coherence across national infrastructure. But above all, it enables the liberation of human intelligence through creativity. This factory integrates human intelligence to build national-level systems of systems, created for people by people. It achieves resilience and high independence, but it does so without sacrificing the necessary interdependence with other nations. Because after all, we are still one humankind. Now, if software is the mind, robotics is the hand. That brings us to the third element, the sovereign robotics factory. Sustainable growth requires continuous workforce availability. Robotics is the pivotal technology that enables the dynamic reallocation of that workforce based on real-time market demands. Crucially, it ensures that minimum resilience targets in critical industries, like healthcare or hospitality, can be met regardless of labor fluctuations or demographic shifts. But having these factories isn't enough if they move too slowly. The fourth component is moving from research to reality. The winning nations will be those that can rapidly translate R&D advancements into practical applications. Bridging that gap between theoretical breakthrough and actual industrial application is the only path to reaching sustainable abundance. Finally, to sustain this entire ecosystem, we need the pillars of independence and a strategic moat. Nations must secure critical inputs, chips, raw materials, energy, and compute power, the cloud. Obviously, trade remains necessary. No nation is an island. However, national strategies must be designed to establish a sustainable economic moat within that open market. Now, I realize it is likely that some countries currently lack the capacity to spin up these research programs immediately. Building this pipeline takes years of strategic planning. For them, the alternative is to source research through highly trusted partnerships or to ruthlessly narrow down fields of research into niche specializations. But let's be clear about one thing. A nation should never bargain with its future. Innovation is not an option anymore. It is a necessity. In this new landscape, expertise, specialization, and care are king.